and I liked it.
Hola. Welcome to the I Like That podcast. I am your host, Shawnee Billion. Hi. So today I am talking about my book list. So I was encouraged or influenced by this creator, Nero Knowledge. He recently released his book list a little bit before Christmas. Actually, that's not recent. It's kind of recent, it's not that recent. Anyway, um, he recently released his book list and he has some gems in there. So what I did was I created my own. I did include some of the books that Nero had in his archive. I included some books that I got from Belmar, and I included some books that I have read already that I feel are super helpful and that I would like to keep reading for the remainder of this year. So I'm going to pop it off with the Bible. And this was also a recommendation by Luke Belmar. If you don't know who Luke Belmar is, please do your homework. I will include a couple of his videos in the description. But I felt like he was like right on point when he recommended the Bible. I definitely believe that the Bible is a handbook for mankind. There are there are so many prophecies and so many just like foundational um I want to say like foundational laws that are included in the Bible that I feel like, and let me speak on myself, that I feel like myself in the past I have looked over out of the fear of being religious, out of the distaste in my own mouth against religion. I'm like, you know what, I'm not reading the Bible. I'm not going to church. I'm not doing none of that because I don't want to be religious, because I don't like the way religion looks. And over the last like maybe 3 years, my relationship with God, my relationship with the Father has become so personal. And in building that relationship with the Father and seeking Jesus, I have come to the conclusion that the best place to seek is the Bible. And in seeking in the Bible, you start to when you start to read it, you come to find that it's a lot less religious than what human beings have made it to be. It is very sacred and it's very personal and it's beyond helpful. So my favorite book of the Bible right now, I got two. My favorite book of the Bible right now is Proverbs and Revelation. Right now I'm in First Peter. Right now I'm in First Peter. So, yes, this is a book that I will be reading and rereading probably for the remainder of my existence here on Earth. Okay, let's go to the next book. So, the next book is definitely The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. This book right here, and yes, I do have the hard copy of this book. And as you can see, she's beat up. She's got coffee spilled on her. She's been, don't look at my nails. Don't look at them. Don't look at them. But yeah, she's been beat up. She got coffee spilled all over her because this is a book that I have cracked open many a times, and this is a book that I will probably be reading for the remainder of my life, not just for this year, because it has spoken to my life time and time and time and time again. And um, I have witnessed and I've heard stories and I've seen other massively creative people talk about this book and how it has helped them get out of their own way and allow themselves to be creative. The best bar that I get from this book, the best bar that I get from this book is allowing your creativity to have its own life. And that references to the Bible as well, as being creations of the giver of life, the giver of breath. Being creations of the Father, we are still allowed free will. And that's the that's the beautiful thing about it. and how hard I was trying to control everything that I did, not just my creativity, the people in my life, everything. I don't know if you heard the saying, if you do one, the way you do one thing is how you do everything. It was leaking off into other areas of my life. Allowing my creativity to have its own life, the bar that I got from this book has really, it has freed up the overthinking of it all. We don't have to overthink it. This is something that I felt. This is something that I created from that feeling. This flow of creativity came to me and I moved on it, and this is what I did. Boom, there you go. Take it or leave it, receive it or not. That's okay. And also understanding that your creativity is not going to be received by everybody. And just like accepting that part. And there's affirmations in here. This is the workbook portion of this book. So it do what it need to do. Let's just say that it does what it need to do. I'm currently, actually today is the very first day of a course that I'm starting on TikTok. If you ain't been on TikTok in a minute, if you deleted TikTok, I'm so sorry. But your boy is still, your girl is still on TikTok. And if you have not heard of all of these different, it's called the Hamilton, 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 Hampton University. I'm probably saying that so wrong. I know I am. I need to get better. I'm gonna get better. But yeah, and there are amazing professors and specialists and people who like just like, I need to teach people how to do this. They are creating these courses. And when I tell you that it is the most beautiful, amazing thing I've ever seen, I'm enrolled in a couple of different courses. Shout out to baby girl who's teaching me how to garden. But yeah, follow her. She's great. Follow her. She's great. She's great. And she's beautiful. Look at her skin. Mwah! Chef's kiss. But yeah, learn how to do just about anything. There are wealth courses, gardening courses, credit courses 101. And Shani is doing her I Must Create course. We will be working on self-concept, and we will be using the Artist Way as a syllabus, to be completely honest. So yeah. Welcome to I Must Create 101, where I help you unlock your creative genius. In this class, we will focus on self-concept work and building a personalized routine to help you get and remain in alignment with your creative goals. Your textbooks for this class is The Artist Way by Julia Cameron and Atomic Habits by James Clear. No, you do not have to purchase these books, but we definitely gonna eat off of them. This is a 4-week course, Monday through Friday. Come prepared to take notes. You pay your tuition by showing up to class and getting active in them comments by asking questions and building a community with your fellow classmates. Your first homework assignment, get a journal. This is not your notes journal. You need something completely separate for that. You need a blank journal. And I will let you know what that's for in class tomorrow. Hope to see you then. Link in the description. Next book. The next book that I have, we are currently reading down, which is Worthy by Jamie Kern Lima. I chose this book not only because this is the book that I'm currently reading, and it has brought me through a slew of emotions. And when books take me through emotions like that, it's like, yeah. I chose this book mainly as a reminder. And this book also alludes to the Bible. And again, it's not in a religious way. There's something in me that's just like, to religion. And God help me. But I'm making it a point for my relationship with the Father, with the principle, to be personal. So, you hear that? It's got to be personal. And this is a sidebar. I'm going to get back to it. It's got to be personal, because the moment that you get your relationship with the Father, with God, wrapped up in other people, is the moment that you give them control over how you feel about the Father, about how you feel about God. I had a pastor back in the day, and my daddy used to get us up every single day at 7 o'clock in the morning to go to church. And this particular pastor had a whole like thing go on. Not a perfect person. No one is. Not a perfect person. He had this whole thing go on. It was in the media, it was in the news, and it changed my perspective about God. And I'm just like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But the Father is so good. God is so good. I was able to build my own relationship with God from brokenness. I was. And it was not easy, and it felt horrible, but it was the greatest evidence of love from the Creator. Anywho, but yes, I chose this book because it is a reminder to practice self-worth. And it is a reminder that there are other people who are also working towards something, speaking towards something, putting their energy on these beautiful passions and these beautiful gifts, who are facing trials, who are facing tests, who are facing all of these different things that feel like, oh my goodness, why is this so hard? There are many people who are facing these different challenges. So you're not alone. And it's a part of the process. And your self-worth will help carry you along in that process. Is it an overnight thing? Hell no. No, absolutely not. Is it like this constantly going? No, it's not like that either. It's like, feel me? Some good days, some bad days, some good moments, some not so good moments, but all together, it's a good life all together. Um, you are worthy of happiness. You are worthy of the gifts that have been given to you. Um, you are worthy to move on them, to take action on them. You are. And this book reminds you of that, and reminds you that you are not alone in the struggle that comes along with doing that, with going through that process of releasing your creativity, of believing in a dream, and of going after it. Thank you, Jamie Kern Lima. Thank you so much for this read. I will be reading this time and time again for the remainder of the year. The next book, I don't have the physical copy of it. I used to, but I gave it to my dad, and then I bought it again, and then I gave it to my friend. But that book is The Four Agreements. The Four Agreements is exceptional in its simplicity, and again, in its ability to make you feel not alone. It is relatable. The just the main gem out of the array of gems, I don't know if I'm using that word right, that are included in this text. The gem for me, the ruby, is there are agreements that we have made with ourselves, little contracts that we have made with ourselves that may have helped us in the past, that we're still carrying out that contract even though it's expired, even though it's no longer helpful, even though it's hurting us now. And that's the main gem I got from that book. And it's so quick and it's so easy. Like, I read it in a night. Like, I couldn't stop reading it. It reminds us that we are allowed to change. And as a matter of fact, you have to. You have to. And it's probably not the easiest thing to do. And sometimes it is the easiest thing to do. But again, you are not alone. A lot of us do this. A lot of us like, no, I can't. This is just who I am. All right, bet. Um, but just know if you're going to stay there, you're going to stay there. If I'm going to stay there, I'm going to stay there. And that's just how the cookie crumble. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, the next book that I have is I have an episode about this book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. So, I chose Atomic Habits by James Clear because habit changed has changed my life. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, going back to the 4 agreements, making agreements that no longer serve you. Atomic Habits is gonna get you to come out of agreement with those, with the past, because it's just you making a decision every single day to stay there. And in order to make different decisions, some new habits that come along with those decisions. And James Clear gives you strategy on how to do that. And yeah, I'm definitely going to link that episode in the description below, because this book definitely changed my life. Definitely changed my life. And I read this book actually on YouTube for the free ski, unless you do want to get the physical copy. I did put that below, but I let that audio ride on YouTube for the free, and it was amazing. It was amazing. So yeah, shout out to you, James Clear. Next book, next book, next book. These are the books that were recommended by Nero. The following books that I'm going to talk about. I have not read any of these books yet. I have started this next book that I'm going to talk about, but I have not completed it. So the first book is The Science of Being. This book is also on YouTube for the free ski. I am about 2 hours in for the 7 hours and some change that it is. And it's beautiful. I don't really know how else to explain it. It is beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a lot, um, in terms of things to ponder about. I feel like reading that book without taking notes is an injustice to yourself. And the one thing that I've taken so far from this read are the elements of spirit that it describes: life, truth, love, mind, which makes the focal point of spirit. I find this very interesting, and I find it interesting that it builds a pyramid. Again, I'm in the very beginning stages of reading this book. It's very beautifully said. It is a lot. Again, it is an injustice if you don't take notes while you read this book. And I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to keep it going. Next book, The Complete Works of Florence Sheen. Florence Sheen. The Complete Works of Florence Sheen. I've never read this book. Never. I literally just watched this episode from Nero Knowledge, and I decided, you know what? You got me. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it. And you know what? You know what? And you know what? And you know what? The book is on YouTube. So put it down there. I'm going to put it down there below. The next book, Working with the Law. Also from Nero. Never read it. Never read it. Never read it. Excited to read it. The last book is actually not a book. And I chose this way because it kind of blew my mind. I also got this from this episode from Nero, and he talked about studying yourself. Studying yourself will help you discover what works, What doesn't? Habits that you still have that you would like, you know what I'm saying, to get rid of. Habits that you do have that you would like to magnify. The study of self. I find it so interesting that we all have a lot of us, not all of us, we all have put our lives on social media to be studied by all of these other companies, all of these other amazingly, you know what I'm saying, educated companies that spend a lot of money to market to you, to me, and to our children. And the way that they do that is by studying us and grouping us. So they know what to say to you to press buttons on you. They know what to say to me to press buttons on me. So they have that knowledge of you, of again, of your children. But a lot of times we bypass that process and we don't even have that knowledge of ourselves. I think him bringing that to my attention is right on time. Oh, that coffee is so cold. But yeah, I feel like studying some of the posts that I've made in the past, studying some of the platforms that I used to interact on. And this is not a time to be judgmental of yourself, because I don't feel like being judgmental is helpful to judge others or to judge yourself, but to make decisions based on, okay, is this something that I want, or is this something that I would feel like I would be better without? Whether that be an action, whether that be a person. And it can get down to the way that you present yourself, the way that you speak, anything and everything. You are a limitless being who you have the ability to change it up, and I mean in a in a major way, babe, in the biggest way. Little old you have access to this free flowing of just immaculate energy. And it is the belief system that you have that makes up your reality. And a man thinketh, therefore he is. It's like a man that says he can't usually can't. A man that says he can probably can. Yeah. I feel like that's very beautiful to tap into that. And I would like to do that with y'all. And we're going to do it by these 10 books. These are books that I'm going to be reading over and over again all year. Probably past this year. We'll be reading them over and over again. Right now, I am currently reading the Bible. I read a little chapter out of the Bible every single day. You know, let me not put no sauce on it. I may skip a day or so, but I make it my business to read the Bible once a day. And I'm still currently reading Down Worthy by Jamie Kern Lima. And if I'm laying in a bed and I'm tired of watching TV and I don't want it to watch me anymore, I turn on the Science of Being, rock out with my headphones on. So that is my list. If you are interested in joining the I Must Create course on YouTube that I got going, I have linked it in the description below. And there's so many other classes for you to join. But yes, this has been so amazing. This has been fun. A little side note. Your girlfriend released her music. I'm so scared. But I'm also very excited. Very, very, very excited. I'm very excited. I recently had a conversation with an amazing person, and sometimes it takes for someone else to come in and speak with you from a creative place as well. I feel like a lot of times I alienate myself or make myself apart. And that's not healthy because there are a lot of great creatives out here in this world. And I read these books down to help remind myself of that. And the conversation that I had over the last day or so has been such a reminder that we're not here to be alone. And there are amazing friends, there are amazing people, there are other amazing creatives that get just as excited, even more excited about your work to remind you, like, yo, what are you doing? Release the music, release the book, show your art, show your art, however it is, whatever it is, show it. Show it, show it, show it, because there's people waiting for you, waiting for me, waiting for us. So yeah, the music is going to be released. I'm actually looking for a team right now. Um, I'm looking for a team. I have been doing a lot of recording on my own. I write all of my own music, and I'm looking for a team, producers, and you know what I'm saying, people who are good with the mix, good with the master. Things have changed so much in the music industry since the last time I was out, bro. Like that'll be the next episode. That'll be the next episode. That'll be the next episode. But I may even start a separate playlist about this journey, to be honest. And that's what I'm gonna do, as a matter of fact. I'm gonna start a separate playlist about this journey, but I just wanna let y'all know. I wanna let you know. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and gas you up like you know I love to do. You are a creative being and you know it. And I like that. You are beautiful inside and out. And I like that. You allow yourself to stand in your truth. And I like that. You allow yourself to give. You allow yourself to receive. And I like that. You reading it down with me, seeking wisdom. Wisdom accompanies you as you create. And you know that. And I like that. And I like that. Your relationship with the Creator, the Father, with God is personal, babe. It's personal. So the actions of another ain't never got y'all on the seesaw. Ain't never got y'all rocky. Because it's from inside. It's not external. And I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. You ain't afraid to say the name Jesus for his love, for his consciousness, for his display of impeccable obedience. From nothing coming outside, but from all coming from within. Ooh, not like that. Ooh, baby, I think I love that. I think I love that. I'm gonna leave you with my favorite affirmation, as I always do. Everything is always working out for my highest good, no matter how it looks and no matter how it feels. I said everything. Say it with me. Everything is always working out for my highest good, no matter how it looks, no matter how it feels, at any point in time. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's it. That's it. Well, y'all. See y'all next time.
And I liked it.